Hi everyone, I am Leslie Swope. I'm the director of the St. Mary's Public Library, and I'm going to show you how to use our Overdrive system to download either ebooks or e-audiobooks so that you guys can continue reading while you are at home. So first, I just wanted to point out what it looks like if you download the app from either the Google Play Store if you have an Android device, or if you are downloading from iTunes for your Apple device. So it looks like this, blue background with a big white O on the side of it. Now I'm going to take you into our library website and show you what it looks like if you're going through a web page. So first you want to go to stmaryslibrary.org and then click on ebooks at the top. And here is our ebooks. I am already logged in, so I'm going to sign out real quick just to show you that. So over on the right hand side will be your sign-in page. If you download the app the first time that you do it, it's going to have you search by library. I highly recommend searching by zip code. There's quite a few different St. Mary's libraries out there. When you do that, it doesn't always list ours because we go along with a couple of other counties in our area. We formed the Seneca Library District. So the first time that you log into the app, you can click on any of the libraries in the Seneca Library District and it'll take you to this landing page, which is where you need to go. Then from there, we want to click on sign in. And all of the libraries are in alphabetical order. We want to go down to St. Mary's Library and put in your library card number, which is on the back of your library card. If you don't have your library card number, if you can't find your library card, send me an email at library@stmaryslibrary.org and I can look it up for you and send you an email back saying what your number is. If you don't have a library card with us, we are working on a way to get you guys access during the shutdown period so that you can still download books when you need to. And I will let you know whenever that becomes available. So one thing I really want to point out is we have about 7,000 different ebooks and audiobooks. It's actually a little more than that. And a few months ago, we partnered with the district to the west of us, the Oil Creek Library District. So if you notice up here at the top of the screen where it says Partner Libraries, you click on that. It'll say you can now use your Seneca District Libraries card to borrow titles from these partner libraries, the Oil Creek Library District. And what that does for you guys is you can borrow all of their ebooks and audiobooks as well. So it's almost doubling what's available to you, which is just amazing. This is the first agreement in Pennsylvania, so we're super excited that we're able to do this for you. So you can do a basic search if you have a specific author or title in mind. And if you notice up at the top, we have divisions of subjects, collections, just Kindle books, and then a section for kids and teens, which will just show that their materials. And they're actually kind of cute, the backgrounds. So they change things up a little bit to make it more interesting. And then as we scroll down through any of the pages, kids, teens, or the adult version, the top sections, the collection sections will change. So there's new stuff, snowy day reads, adventures in science. And if you're looking at it and thinking, well, there's only 6 different books in that category, make sure you click on the See All on the side. So that's what the kids looks like. And Belly laughs. Let's go see what the teens is. So we're going to go back to the main collection at the top of the screen. Click on teens. And then same thing, their backgrounds change and then their topics change as well. Just added or newly added and newly readily available are usually the top ones. Warm winter reads, YA books that break our heart. And then you're going on an adventure. So then I'm going to go all the way back to the top and go to the back to the main collection. So, because of what's currently happening, Stay Home and Read is our new subject area. Staff picks to keep you entertained. And yes, these are picked by local staff members. We have a wonderful librarian up in Warren at the Warren Library Association who's in charge of buying all of our books and selecting a lot of these from us. And she is just fantastic. If you ever have recommendations, she looks at those first when she's buying things. So I want to show you, if a book is marked available at the top here, that means you can download it right away. If there's one that says wait list, it means that somebody already has that ebook out and you have to wait until they return it before it's your turn, kind of like a normal book. And the nice thing about it is when it's your turn, you receive an email and you have a few days before you need to go in and download the book. If you don't download the book in that amount of time, it'll go to the next person on the list. So I'm going to download, let's do the Little Bookshop, the Little Paris Bookshop. So I'm going to click on the blue borrow, and I'm going to click borrow again, and then a couple of options appear. So if you want to read now with Kindle, if you have a Fire or a Paperwhite, or if you use the Kindle reading app on your mobile device, you would want to click on that, and I'll show you in a minute what that will do. If you have like a tablet PC or something, if you're going to be reading from your computer, you can click on the Read Now in browser. If you have the Overdrive app installed and are reading from the app itself, or if you have like a Nook, you would want to click on the Download EPUB ebook. I'm going to show you what it looks like to download the Kindle one though, because it takes you to Amazon's site. You need to be logged in, so you have to have your username and your password. And then you'll want to click on this Get Library Book. Now, if you have more than one device, you can change which one you want to send it to. So if you have, say, the app on your phone, or you have a Paperwhite at home, and you also have like an iPad that you have the Kindle app on, you can switch which one you want to send it to. You can also send it to all three of them, and it'll sync between them. Say you always have your phone on you, you're at the doctor's office, you can read your book from there, and then when you pick up your Paperwhite at home, it'll sync to where you last left off, which is really handy. So anyways, do not go below here. If you do, these are all books that you would be paying for through your Kindle app. So if you notice, they have a Kindle price on them. So do not scroll down when you're looking at books. Just click on this yellow Get Library Book. And as long as your device is on and connected to Wi-Fi, it'll download for you. So I'm going to go back and back again, and I'm going to go. One thing when you're looking at the books too that you might want to pay attention to is if it's an audiobook, it has a little pair of headphones on it, or if it's an ebook, it kind of looks like an open book. So I'm going to go to my bookshelf, which looks like a little couple of books standing up. And I have out a few books. So I want to show you what it looks like to read in browser. So this is what the book looks like. And if you tap either at the top or the bottom, part of the menu will appear. And I'm going to click over here for the 3 lines for my menu. And the reason why I really wanted to show you this, and you can do it in any of the Overdrive apps for either device, either the Androids or the Apple. So the reading settings, you can make it bigger, which is awesome. You can turn every book into a large print book. And then you can also change the lighting. So if you want it bright, you can have it the regular black text on white background. Sepia is that, brownish tint to it, really easy on the eyes. And then dark, which kind of inverts it. So it's the white text on the black background. And then, let's see, is it under here? Yeah. So there's this one font that they have called Open Dyslexic. And if you're not used to it, it looks a little funny at first. It's weighted at the bottom so that people that have dyslexia can tell the difference between the letters a lot easier. It's supposed to be a lot easier for somebody with dyslexia to read. And I guess it's used kind of in other people with other visual issues. It's just something about it. It makes each letter stand out and look unique. So that's one thing that I like to point out to everybody in case you need it. So that's what the book looks like. And then to get back, you just click on the text and then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So just click on the text, click on it again, and it'll go away. One thing to know, if you are reading it in your browser window, if you close out of it, it's not going to save your place. If you're reading it in one of the apps or on a specific e-reader device, it will save your place in it. So that's how to download them. You get them for 2 weeks automatically. At the end of the 2 weeks, they delete themselves. You don't have to return it. You will never get a fine on it. So you are limited on the amount of books that you have checked out at a time. So I think they must have changed it. So you must be able to have 10 now at a time, which is awesome. If for some reason you have a lot out, say you're using one card and you have 7 kids books out and one for your daughter who's a teenager, and then you're limited on the amount of books that you take out at a time. So say I have finished Matilda. I'm going to click on return. Are you sure you want to return this? Once you click on the return, it does go back and you cannot get it back. If it's available, you can re-download it, but if somebody else is waiting for it, you have to wait until they're done with it before you can have it back. So I'm going to click on return title. And then that takes that book off of my shelf and it sends it on to somebody else if it is requested. One other thing about the request books, since if you have a book that has a lot of holds on it, and it will tell you here, so where it says expires in 14 days, let me go down a little bit. So expires in 8 days, usually about 2 or 3 days before a book is ready to expire. And by this return, it'll also say renew. And if you're able to renew it, it'll let you do it there. Otherwise, it'll also say if there's a hold on it. And if there's a hold, then you need to finish that book, because at the end of the 2 weeks, it'll delete itself from your device and move to the next person. So if it's a book like Where the Crawdads Sing and you've been waiting 26 weeks for it, because that does happen with some of the popular ones, you want to make sure that you have finished reading it before it deletes itself off. Now, there's a bunch of other things that you can do. You can rate titles. You can give them a star rating if you want to. It'll list your entire history of books that you have taken out. So, and it'll go on and on and on. So you can see I have over 15 back pages of books that I've downloaded. You can also do a wish list. I'm going to go back and show you what that looks like. So on the main page, you might have noticed this little plus sign here. So I'm going to click on that. And what that does is it takes that book and it puts it into my wish list. So if there's something that you're interested in, but you don't want to read it right now or don't have time to, or you just click on that little plus sign there and it'll put it in your wish list. If you do it accidentally, you can take it back off. So I hope that helps you guys if you've never downloaded an ebook before. I'm going to type in something. So let's see. I need an author. So say I'm looking for Alan Gratz. And it'll come up with didn't find what you're looking for. So you can recommend different titles, which is one thing that I love about Overdrive. And like I said, the wonderful lady who does all of our purchasing, she does look at the recommended books as long as they're not too expensive or don't have any weird restrictions on them. She does buy a lot of them. And then down at the bottom again, it says you can use your district library card to borrow titles from partner libraries. So let's check out Oil Creek real quick. And theirs is very similar to ours. Just coloring is a little different. And then sometimes their topics, they're like, their reading lists are different than ours. Are you a library book? Because I'm checking you out. So I wanted you guys to see what that looks like real quick. Let me see if I can download one. Say the wedding date. Now, the first time you're going to do that, again, you need to sign into your library. Their libraries come first. So they're in alphabetical order. So if we go down to where you would think St. Mary's Library is supposed to be, that's because their libraries are in alphabetical order first, then our district libraries are in alphabetical order. So just keep going, and we'll pick St. Mary's Library, and then log in with our account. Click sign in. And that's all you have to do to be able to borrow from them. So I hope you guys enjoy using the ebooks. We will talk to you later. Bye.